The family of Sfiso Telile is outside the Chatsworth Magistrate's Court this morning. The 17-year-old lost his life last week. His family believe that he was killed because he dated a girlfriend of Indian descent. Two men are applying for bail this morning. Newzroom Afrika's Zikhona Tshona is there. Zikhona, very good morning to you. A lot of attention has been focused on the racial dynamics, especially looking at what came out of Phoenix, the number of deaths there, and the impact of the ripple effect of the riots that we saw playing out in Gauteng and KwaZulu-Natal, to now come to such a sad story. Let's talk about exactly what's happened here.
Well, Paul, as you've correctly mentioned, two men are expected to appear at the Chatsworth Magistrate's Court in connection with the death of Sfiso. From what we understand, he lost his life at the weekend after two people invaded his home and allegedly brutally stabbed him to death. Now, the media will not be allowed inside the court to oversee court proceedings because one of the accused is a 17-year-old, which is a child in conflict with the law, so therefore the proceedings will be in camera. They are applying for bail, as you've correctly mentioned. But to give us more of what happened last week and how the family is doing, as I've mentioned, the family is outside court. Sfiso's mother is here to talk to us. Just, Mama, khawusithathe use kolwa suku ufumanisa uba uSfiso ukushiyile.
I was traumatized when I came to the scene. It was very bad. I couldn't believe my eyes. I thought maybe he fainted, but then after some time you realize he was normal. It's still heartbreaking. Even now, even when I close my eyes, I still see. Well, it's too bad.
Nayi kwaba nzima kakhulu ngoba nathi sithema sesifika safika nathi sethule vele ngasekho safika nathi sethule sebesitshela ukuthi kuyenzakaleni ngoba laba bekhona kamngani wakhe babehleli kamngani wakhe and abantu labo abafika bafikela khona kamngani wakhe engathi babe more than 15 berounde indlu ukuthi angaphumi bashaya isicapha esime besishaya sawa sonke kwaphuka newindi kwafa newindi bangena phakathi sebezom-attack laba abanye belakhe ama-bodyguard ngoba babegade ukuthi angaphumi kungangeni muntu futhi.
Mama, khangichazela uba uve ntoni, yintoni eyenzeke kwenzeka into embi kangaka? What happened?
The girlfriend uthi bebe silent, they were chilling, and then when suddenly they heard the door just banging, they don't know who it was, and then in a split of a second, the door just fell down. And then when the door fell down, then you saw these 4 people came inside. And then one started hitting him, and then the other one was stabbing him. He fell on the floor. And the other one was just like a bodyguard. The other one just kicked him. And he was screaming for help, screaming for help. But when he screamed for help, and nobody was doing anything. After that, they left away. Yeah.
And what had Sfiso said before, prior to this, about people not wanting him to date his girlfriend? Had he mentioned anything?
Yeah. This is something that started quite a while. It started quite a while. Because Sfiso, before the stepfather came in, the mother told me it was okay for Sfiso to date her daughter. But then after the stepfather came, that's when the problem started. Angazi ukuthi why stepfather eqale leyo nto leyo efuna ukuthi bangathandani. So emva kwesikhathi ke leyo nto ilento njengoba sebethandana ke stepfather umama waqala naye wacasuka naye wathi akasathanda ukuthi ingane yakhe ithandane nomuntu omnyama, it's better mayithandane nenye Indian. So from then wangibiza ukuthi mina ngihambe ngiye kwakhe kwakhe wangitshela ukuthi ingane masathanda ukuthi ithandane nomntanakhe. So I also, because I can see now your life is in danger. Because the stepfather is keep on telling my son that he's going to kill him. So I saw his life was in danger. I even spoke to the girlfriend. I said, just leave it. Just leave him because now his life is going to be in danger. So now if two people are in love, you can't separate them. So I realized they are in love. So I just left it. I thought it's something that's just going to go away. And then they realized these two are in love. But which means they didn't think the way I was thinking as a mother. Because I can't choose for him. That's his decision, who he wants to date. So it's very shocking what the stepfather decided to do. Because that is a small child. He could have just frightened him, slapped him, and that's all. Finished. Yes. So for me, it's still heartbreaking.
Kodwa nakhona-ke ngazi ukuthi u-stepfather lo into vele ebesenokuyiplana ngoba kushuthi ngenxa yokuthi umnyama ngoba ubekatshele nabanye nasendleleni ukuthi leya ngane leya khona into ezoyenzeka kuyona abanye ebatshela nabo ukuthi le ngane uzoyibulala.
I do know, Mama Nkosi, thanks for your time. I do know that you want to get inside court. Thank you very much for your time. The family, Jay, they're just relaying what led to their account of what led to Sfiso's death. Mama very pained when remembering the exact day when she found her son's body. As you've mentioned before, the court proceedings are expected to get underway at 9 o'clock this morning. Behind me are family members. Some of Sfiso's family members have come here to call for no bail. And of course, as I've mentioned, we won't be allowed to be inside court, but we'll keep you posted with regards to what the NPA tells us with what the outcome from this court proceedings will be.
Zikhona, some heartbreaking information coming out of the two family members there, speaking about the details of who might be responsible for this gruesome crime, mentioning the details and the description of what could be the two suspects. How much do we know about the people who are expected to apply for bail?
Well, we do know that the one is a 17-year-old minor. The other is, I think, just an over 60-year-old man who is said to be the stepfather of the girlfriend that Sfiso was dating. That's as much as we know so far. In the previous court appearance, they did appear separately, but today they will be appearing in the dock together to apply for bail. As I've mentioned, because the other party is 17, the other accused is 17, there will be no media allowed inside court, and also few people will be allowed inside court. I think about 2 family members from Sfiso's family will be allowed to see court proceedings. I think the details that the family have given us is what is already out there, and as far as the description of the accused, and they will wait to hear from the NPA with regards to the update on the court proceedings. But of course, I will be outside court for the duration of the day in awaiting that decision as to whether they will be granted bail or not.
Let's leave it there for now. Our reporter Zikhona Tshona following the trail of a devastating story that we will continue to monitor throughout the course of this morning, especially looking at what the outcome of the court will be.